Velociraptor Antiropus, Jurassic Park's lethal killing machine. And Utahraptor Prime, ARK's genetically enhanced dromaeosaur. Injured comes in all shapes and sizes, and these two dromaeosaurs prove it with their violent nature and cunning hunting skills. These monstrous predators don't limit their hunting options solely on size. Be they critters or multi-ton herbivores, nothing can escape their sharp claws and teeth that make short work of the scurrying critters or cause terrific damage to even the largest of herbivores. But which pack-hunting dromaeosaur is the deadliest? Which of these lethal assassins is truly the greatest killers among other dinosaurs?
The island, an elusive paradise made precisely as a test for survival, and no predator puts a survivor's skill to the test more than the Utahraptor, more specifically Utahraptor Prime, a genetically enhanced variant of Utahraptor.
In 2.5 meters tall and over 5.2 meters long and weighing in at about a ton, these hunters show unmatched ferocity towards anything they consider prey, which can range from the passive Velociraptor to the hulking herbivores like Stegosaurus and Triceratops. Being pack hunters who rely on relentless assault and unity, they are valued as loyal scouting mounts. Their pack hunting behavior is likely a sign of high intelligence. Certain raptors have shown compassion and even surface levels of understanding towards their riders, attempt to comfort them from emotional stress, displaying their astonishing intelligence, which is paired perfectly with their strength. Despite being small, these predators have quite the strength to show, able to pounce and completely subjugate creatures like the Theomia, and are ballsy enough to attack the Duodicarus, which can shatter large boulders with its spiked club, and the raptors have shown to be durable enough to take these hits. However, when push comes to shove, the Utahraptor can amplify their strength with their war cry, giving them a boost to their defense, speed, and power, significant enough to tip the odds in their favor. Beware them, for when you hear the Utahraptor call, be prepared to run or fight. Run and you will be bones by morning. Stand your ground and die braver than most. Jurassic Park, a theme park built upon a scientific miracle, but such a wonderful attraction was quickly turned into a nightmare. And while there were many threats that would make short work of any unarmed human, none were as devious and wicked as the Velociraptor, who took full advantage of the situation, mercilessly killing any unfortunate human who they find. Just like the Utahraptor, they are not limited to size, able to tackle large hadrosaurids and even being able to pierce the hide of other large carnivores. But such foes are not taken down by brute force alone, but by their genius scheming and ambush tactics that are unrivaled even in the Jurassic Park franchise. These killing machines have shown to be able to punch above their weight class. One of the deleted endings from Jurassic Park 3 shows that the pack was able to take down the Spinosaurus. While this scene is dubious at best, we do have some confirmation in the Jurassic World Evolution 2 game that does show them taking down the sailback bruiser. But such an accomplishment was performed by an entire pack, showing that despite their lack of size, it's not a handicap that holds them back from being absolutely terrifying. So be aware of the path you tread, for at one point, you'll be looking at one. Next second, you'll be jumped by the second, who you didn't even see come. But once they start feeding on you, you'll be alive to witness it all. Despite both combatants possessing similar fighting styles and hunting tactics, ARK Raptor could better leverage such advantages, being larger, more durable, more skilled, and definitely more experienced than Velociraptors from Jurassic Park, who only really seem to be able to fight creatures who are relatively strong, but ARK Raptors are on complete another level. Both of these creatures are able to hunt creatures larger than themselves, however the competition for ARK is way more demanding. And while Velociraptors from Jurassic Park have a superior speed edge, due to the way this fight would go, it would be meaningless, since in an ambush it doesn't matter how fast you are. A raptor who's get pounced by a Utahraptor will definitely be dead. And while in average their numbers are in the favor of the Velociraptor, the Utahraptor can go around this by being superior in the physical manner. Now let's compare what creatures they can take down. Both can take down larger prey, however we never really see the Jurassic Park raptors really taking down creatures all that much larger. And while in the game they can take down large predators, those are usually very buffed up raptors who rely on having increased stats. Meanwhile, ARK Raptors can be trained enough and be powerful enough to take down even the big game of the ARK, the Tyrannosaurus, the Spinosaurus, and many others. However, both of these dromaeosaurs have characters who surpass the limits of their own species. What about them? What about Wutzui from the ARK lore and Blue, the Velociraptor? Blue and Wutzui seem to be able to do way more than the average member of their species. Blue herself being able to survive a blow from the Indominus Rex. Granted, the blow was likely weaker, and it's not likely that the Indom was truly trying there. And it's likely that the Indom was also tired. Wutzui as well, we don't know how the fight truly went down. All we know is that he was greatly wounded, but he was still able to carry Mei Yin out of danger. Both of these tenacious warriors have shown feats far above even the average member of their species. Wutzui and Blue both having the capacity to evade bullets. However, Blue was most likely an outlier, while Wutzui possesses superior training, and it has been a pain in the ass for Gaius Nerva, a guy who was able to learn how to use a firearm and would most likely teach his own soldiers how to utilize one. So it's very likely that Wutzui was able to deal with these soldiers holding firearms and was able to work around them. However, despite that, Wutzui is still slower than the average raptor from Jurassic Park. But could skill and experience close the gap against an opponent who can very much punch above their weight class? Let's find out.
One look at you, now there's mine on my feet. We don't speak, but we know what we say. Oh, turn the lights, turn the lights, turn it up. Yeah, don't stop, we gotta save this feeling. Yes, I know it's just your game, but I love to be the one who gets played. Yeah, there I go, and I just wanna get. 'Cause baby, I like the way I'm lost in you. I like the hell you put me through. I keep on chasing after you. Can you feel the fever? You give me a fever again. One touch from you and I'm out of control. No turning back now, I don't care if I fall. fever's knocking at your door. One more kiss and I'll get lost. I can take this anymore. One more step, we have it all. The fever's knocking at your door. Can you feel the fever? You give me a fever again.
In the end, 100 swift blows mean nothing with no force behind them. Wutsui emerged victorious, and Blue finally met her match. And that's gonna do it for today's video. I truly appreciate everybody who watched until the end, and I would love to hear suggestions for another video like this. As for now, stay tuned for the next video, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. See you all next time!